Hey guys, it's been a really long time since I made a video. In fact, if we go on my YouTube channel here, and I was just looking at the Income School YouTube channel, if we go to my YouTube channel, it's been really like a year since I made a real video. And I would consider my last real video, because this was like a re-upload clip, this was a re-upload clip. My last real video was right here, the blogging roadmap to 5K per month. And if I click on it and pause it, let's just look at it real quick. It actually performed pretty well. 764 views, May 26th, 2024. So really more than a year, guys. You know, we're in September right now, and it's 2025. And this was in May of 2026. So really a year and a few months since I posted a video. And I've gotten a few comments of people asking me where have I been and what I've been up to. And if you've seen this video or this video, you kind of understand where I've been. But for the last, let's just say year and a few months, let's say the last 15, 16 months, or even the last 12 months, whatever number you want to put towards it, I've been selling / vacationing, chilling, but I've been selling my websites. I've sold them all, whatever this date was. I know I made a video on it, May 4th, 2025. So there you go. And yeah, I sold all of my websites that were blogs that were income producing for the most part. And why did I do that? Well, I did it because I think I did enough work. It was time for my retirement. I know that sounds crazy, but in terms of blogging set me financially free, and I'll forever be grateful to blogging. Blogging is probably the biggest blessing of my life. Without blogging, I don't know what I would have been doing in life, honestly, because my very first business ever was an e-commerce business, and I sold it. But when I sold it, I was still in college. I didn't know what to do, and my parents my dad wanted me to stay in college. He said, "You made a promise to your mother who passed away. You got to stay in college. You got to graduate for her." So I said, okay. Didn't want to. I definitely wanted to drop out, but in that period of time, I said, okay, let me start a blog. I know SEO. E-commerce, some of my e-commerce products sold because of SEO. So why don't I just do it on a blog and then create multiple blogs? And that's exactly what I did, So life was great, creating blogs. Many of them failed. Few of them succeeded, which let's just say, if I was to add up all my different websites that had success at one point or another, maybe like 130. Plus websites that had success. 70 to 80 of them is what I sold. And a lot of the other websites that I did sell were just bundled in with websites that were successful, just as kind of like a gift, I would say, because these weren't websites that I was going to run. I was pretty much, I don't want to say burnt out, but I was pretty much finished from a blogging perspective. But after relaxing for many months, vacationing, if you will, I got the bug again, but not to blog, but to put my hand in the internet money making space again. And I wanted to come back with a different approach. And when I say come back, I don't feel like I ever left, to be honest with you, because I've always been making money online. But I wanted to come back with a different approach as to not having to manually do things anymore. Like, as crazy as this sounds, I had this epiphany like a year ago, and I didn't want to have to manually work. And I noticed that it was a thing only like maybe 8 months ago, where I've noticed that big company owners, and I don't want to say multiple people's names, but I'll say one of them. There's this guy named Alex Becker, where he kind of showed me internally, and most people know him, internally, he had this seminar, and I saw his computer, where he has this custom-made software for him that replaces his workload. And he used to talk about how, and this is not public information, it's private, but he used to do a lot of work every single day on his computer, and it actually harmed his health. And like in the last 4 or 5 years, he's focused on his health first, but in order for him to actually do that, he created software that would replace his work. And before he used to, and I'm just talking to the mic right now, so just in a casual way, so bear with me. You can think of this as a podcast episode. But he opened my eyes to instead of hiring people, which, I learned about hiring and growing and firing and all that stuff from a different entrepreneur, instead of hiring people, employ AI. But AI is so smart and so intricate now. It's smarter than the average human being, but you need to train it. And that's what makes it different. So you know what I did? I bit the bullet. I met somebody who was a very good software developer who lived in a different country, and I told him, hey, I'll pay you 15,000 euro. I'm going to rent an Airbnb in your country, in your city, and I want you to come live with me for about 45 days, and I'm going to sit down, I'm going to learn everything you know about software. And I paid him, and he agreed, and he taught me everything he knew. And I, of course, I'm not some genius software developer, but I like developing software now. It's not something that's easy by any means. It's difficult. But I put this members area together, which this is the members area, and I'll show you. This is the inside. This is the outside of the members area. I put this members area together. Let me make my browser a little bit smaller. Called Passive Income School. And what I wanted to do was first give people information about how to make money online, but then I also wanted to provide them tools to help them. And that's where the software thing came in. So I created a few software tools that I am slowly giving people access to or have given access to. So for example, I created a software tool called Ember SEO. And Ember SEO is like an alternative to SEMrush. It's an alternative to Ahrefs. As you guys know, Google is, and SEO is something close to my heart. And, it's like a huge part of how I made my money online because of blogging, of course. And so I created a free tool for that because I know how important it is. And then I created another software tool called Design Sensei, which helps people create like automatic t-shirt designs on autopilot with AI. And so all these things were pretty awesome, right? And these were two software tools that I created for my members area. And that's what I kind of been doing to keep myself busy these past few months. I can't say I'm in full work mode, but I understand. I'm starting to get back on the wheel again, And the only real challenging thing I could say that I've done in the past, let's say, 8 months is really go full force on learning AI and software and integrating AI with software because, like I said, I don't intend on doing any manual work anymore. I don't want to say for the rest of my life because I don't know what life holds, but for the next few years, I don't see a purpose in manually writing blogs. I want to create an AI tool that can do that for me, which is exactly what I've been doing. So you guys are seeing here this, I don't want to say like a version 1, but like a beta version before anybody get access to it. There's I bought like a domain name on WordPress, and I connected the software to WordPress. And basically what I'm doing is I'm training an AI tool on how to write blogs for me the way I want them to. And the way that I've essentially the success formula that I've created with all my other blogs. You guys know I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of AdSense through blogging. I've made well over $500,000 with affiliate marketing. I've made millions on selling my own products through blogging. So I've been there. I've been through the ringer. There's I don't want to say there's nothing I haven't done in blogging, but there's a lot that I can't say that there's something that comes to my mind that I've missed out on, put it that way. And so I have a lot of experience in the blogging field, and I've trained a lot of people in blogging who are not only just fans of mine, like on YouTube, and I hate to use that word fans, but people who watch my channel, but over the years, I've had virtual assistants. I've had employees that were responsible for managing my websites for me, and I was managing over them and just making sure everything was fine, but I taught them how to write. I taught them how to rank an article through white hat SEO, which is an accomplishment in and of itself because you guys know there's a lot of black hat stuff out there that works for a short period of time, but not a long period of time. And it wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy, but the number one thing that needs to be conquered, in my opinion, when it comes down to blogging and content creation is purely content. The quality of the content and how people receive the content is what creates 80% of your success within Google. Literally 80%, maybe even more. is how people receive your content. Are people truly engaging with it? Are they enjoying it? Are they consuming it? Or is it just an article written for you to get some impressions and then your website dies off? That's because that's the summary for most people on the internet. Most people on the internet, they'll create a piece of content here and there, they'll start a blog, and then everything will just die off. And they'll get some impressions and they think they're doing well, but it dies off, right? There's nothing there for them. And so for me, one of the things that I've done very well is I've learned how to monetize a blog or a written piece of content, but also how to create the content that captures people's attention. And I'm training AI on that. So I've created some transcripts. Like, for example, this transcript right here is a 1 hour transcript for, I think, 45-minute transcript. 45-minute transcript of me speaking to AI, training it on how to speak, on my ideologies, on my opinions, on all these different things. And when the articles that are written, the AI uses this data as information as to how to speak, as to the information that I'm actually deploying, things like that. And that's kind of what makes it different, as opposed to, going on chatgpt.com and asking it to write an article for me. It's writing the same slop and the same garbage that everyone else has. So where have I been? What have I been doing to answer the question? I have wasted a lot of time this year, but I don't want to say wasted. We'll call it recovered from 9 years worth of work, eight and a half to be exact. But through a lot of years worth of work, I could call that a recovery period. And then through my recovery period, I got a little bit bored. So I started looking at new things to do, learned some software development, not all software development, but some software development, and started creating a members area for people to be able to learn how to make income that is passive. And that's the goal, passive income, to be able to work on something for an extended period of time, step away from it, and then have it make money for you over time. That is the true definition for me of what I call passive income, okay? Some people say income is never passive. I'm not here to argue with those people, okay? All I'm saying is work on something, walk away from it, have it make you money. Of course, you might have to manage it from time to time, look over it from time to time, but that's as passive as things are going to get. This is the real world. There are people out here who have to build houses to make money. I don't have to do that. And that's really my opinion on things. But where can I take things from here? As far as me succeeding online, I've already accomplished that. I've gone through a retirement phase, which is boring, to be 100% honest with you, and I do want to keep working. What is the future of this channel? The future of this channel is just me sharing what I'm doing on making money through blogging. So right now, just for a little quick update, I am going to rebuild my blogging empire, but I'm not going to build it the same way. I'm never going to write a manual article myself, and I'm never going to train a virtual assistant. I'm purely training my AI tool to do all the writing for me. That's as simple as it gets. So I created a software called YT Studio Pro, and this was my first real project after I learned how to code. Created the software tool. It's a YouTube software tool. I know the landing page is pretty ugly, to be honest with you. I have some work to do on that. I have to fix that landing page, but the landing page is pretty ugly, but the internal tool is really good, and I built it for myself because I do want to do more YouTube videos, and I will be better at YouTube. So I built the software tool, but I want people to use it, and I want to make money off of it, right? And in order for me to actually make money off of it, people have to know about it, and that's called marketing. So I'm going to create I'm not going to create because it's in the process of being created, and it's already pretty much created, but I'm creating this AI tool that can consume training not only on YT Studio Pro, the software, like its features, its benefits, how it works, but also I'm teaching it different sales tactics. I'm teaching it different ways to convert a customer. I'm teaching it all these things so it can understand everything, including my tonality, and then write articles based on that. And if it can write articles based on that for me, what is it doing? It's replacing my job, which is to write articles, to do the actual marketing, because that's the only way that it's going to make money, right? And so that's what I'm up to now. And after I complete the training here, after I complete this software, I will release this software to my members area. so that other members get access to it. But yeah, guys, that's what I'm up to. Nothing too crazy. I was looking at the godfathers of our blogging on YouTube, which I believe Project 24, Income School are the godfathers. I think before blogging was a common topic on the internet, these guys are the ones that put it on the map for the mainframe, for most people who search it. And Project 24 was, for those who don't know, was like a program or a software, not a software, but it was like a course, if you will. You pay $500 a year. People teach you how to create these blogs and monetize them, right? I hate to say, but the channel looks like kind of dead now. They haven't created too much content on it, but Income School definitely seems like something that maybe they're trying to revive or whatever. But, the blogging community as a whole, I find that there's like two main groups in the blogging community. That you have a group of people that are not really interested in writing blogs manually, so they use AI and they copy and paste a lot of garbage. I hate to say that, but it's true. They copy and paste a lot of garbage from like AI tools. Or B, you have people that completely hate AI, and unfortunately, these people mostly fail to be 100% honest with you, because they start a blog, they create a blog or two, and then they just give up, And I understand why. The world right now is designed in such a way where they're so used to instant gratification. It's hard for people to really look past any sort of challenge and stick to it. But that's really what I'm up to. So I'm working on my members area and focused on creating content for my members area that help them make more money. I'm focused on creating software for my members area that help them create more money. I'm also going to, and I have been creating some YouTube channels that can make me money over time. On top of that, I'm in the process of creating some software along with this AI tool. And then once this software kind of stuff is built, then it's just a matter of me controlling and managing the blogs through this AI tool, making the AI tool better over time, but starting off by writing content through AI. So that's what I've been up to. And hopefully this video helps. And that's the kind of content that I'll upload every now and then on this channel. All right. If you have questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.